And welcome again to my YouTube. I'm ALANCOOK, the proud owner of the MI-DION. The MI-DION is a diary. It is 55 solid years of Leonardo da Vinci's works. It has all his lovers, his friends, his pupils, his associates, and many stories of corruption and sex and life, of things in which we have learned what happens on this earth is wild. But Leonardo da Vinci's talent has excelled, and I don't know how to try to explain it. I have well over 700 YouTubes, and it is actually unbelievable. If you can see this one right here, you'll see that it is the image of an X-ray that came out of the MI-DION over here. And this is the younger Mona Lisa. Now I'm going to zip out of here and show you overlays on what's hidden inside the Mona Lisa and what is hidden in the MI-DION. These are facts. They have not been altered. These are all 100% true photos. No manipulation, and I'm just don't shoot the messenger. Now, if you take a look right here, you'll see this kind of reminds me of a chainsaw guy. It has a long sloop and a little chainsaw guy. But if you turn it, it's a guy with a face with an eye and a mouth, and he has this crown. Okay, but what it gets wilder. So there's going to be another YouTube right after this to show you how it changes with the man going across. But when you overlay this guy right here, you can see this guy right here has got the chainsaw right here. And when you overlay him, he fits. Okay, and then you pull it on down, you can see this guy right here. This is called a Hemin. This is a man with a pointy hat. Here's his face, kind of like a clown. There looks like a little mouse-like deal. There's a monkey type deal. It gets wild, and when you lay this over, you can see how they match 100%. In the shadow of it, okay, it is a true blue fit. There's no way anyone would know the measurements from here to here to here, from here, here, and here. Okay, so it's a real trippy deal this guy's done. Okay, so we got this part settled. I'm just trying to get this bumped in just right. I think I bumped it one. See, you can see the chainsaw guy right here, but he's also here. He's also here. So he makes this thing move sideways this way. That's where the confusion is. You see this right here? This, I do believe, is a sexual innuendo. Also, there's a person that builds out of it, and many other things. But here, this is a V, and this is a V. You can see the cut line that comes through here and kicks back over like this. That's Leo for you. Okay. But if you look over here, this right here, this surrounding right here, is like a big old elephant with a tuba and a man here that has like a fireman's hat. And when you put him on up over the top, you can see how he fits right one notch right there. But if you shift him, he will fit here with the tuba. But he's right here, and you can see his back leg. Here's his back leg. Okay, that's Leo. Now, when you go to put this up, you have to open this up to get him, because he goes bigger and bigger and bigger. I showed you that earlier on the skull. He builds a little skull with a bigger and bigger and bigger. You can see how he even fits larger. So he has a small one. See, here it goes. He has a small one right here, a little one. Then he has a smaller one within that one. So there's, if you take a look, this whole thing goes either smaller and smaller and smaller, okay, and then it even goes bigger, and it goes even bigger. That's the way Leo is. He multiplies his units, or his paintings. It's crazy. Okay, but if you also take a look, you see this hymn again right here. When I take this and I click on it and I go to threshold and I crank on threshold, watch the pyramid, this pyramid with the guy shows up. Here he is. He's showing up already with the point. And that is turned sideways. So when I move this guy up and I slide this for you to see the bottom of it, I don't know if you can see the bottom, so I have to slide this over. And I'll show you this sideways. That's this guy right here. And this is this guy. Okay? That means the pyramid, this statue is down in here. So I'm going to try to float to see if that comes out, that statue. Which most likely it will not. It's that difficult, his work. It is really, really, really difficult to get. You know, if you take a look at this, the main part with the chainsaw is representing it sideways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel out on this. I'm going to flip it counterclockwise 90. Then I'm going to take and leave it like this, because you can see it. Let's see how this overlays on this. Not too bad. How about inverse? Not too good. So that means I need to pitch. I need to pitch the white and overlay the green. Okay, so I'll take this. Take the hand, go to the right, kick it. Then I'll take the green and see if it overlays. Whoops. That's where it would be off the page. But see, that's a large section. So if I reduced it, it may be the smaller face within the bigger face. It actually looks like, this is what it actually looks like. It looks like this guy, the dog, I call him the monkey, below the statue. That looks like the monkey, and the statue is also here. Oh, statue's here. And the monkey's here. And this guy is the pointy guy. So the pointy guy would be all the way to the point right there. There's a point right there. That means his face is in here with an eye. I see the eye. That means these wings would run through here. And you got the ruffles of this, which is the ruffle here. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to go to threshold. And I turn around and see how the pyramid, the point guy, comes out. He comes out this way. Is he tricky? Look at this. I told you this guy's tricky. Look at this. You see the pyramid guy that we're looking for? And when we do it, this pyramid guy goes, well, guess what? I know that it's over here. And the pyramid shows up here too. But if you take a look, he has another pyramid guy running through here in lightness. He has another pyramid guy running through in lightness. So these, okay, these are circles. So what he's doing, this is what he's doing. This is a face. That is an eye. That is an eye. That is a nose. And that's a mouth. It's laying down, the head, looking up at him, the clown. He's making love. She, I'm assuming it's he on top. She is laying down. He's this way, the gay, with the hymn. And these points, they go all the way up. So if you see, he's moving and thrashing her in love, up and down, up and down, up and down. You get the point. Okay, so it's just like we draw a car, and to make sure it looks like it's going fast, we go like this to the back of it, like it's peeling out or it's blowing the wind. He made his indues in here. He made his movement of his repetition of love with her. And this is hidden in the works of my man and woman right here. Okay? And it's a real trip that when it gets blown up. But when you grab the Mona Lisa and you examine the Mona Lisa on some of my YouTubes, because there's over 7, you got the same image of making love this way, this way, this way, this way. And these hands turn out to be lovemaking. And the Mona has a heart. That's a heart. I've shown you YouTubes of my woman and man of the heart down here with the J, which is actually a L with a hook that actually turns into the face, and then there's an E, and then there's like a CT or a CE again. Now the woman is to me to be Katharina. Katharina is Leonardo da Vinci's mother, but it's also Melzi Francesca. It's also Sali, and it's also Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, let's back up. How can it be? Well, it's a stylist of the artist. You can look that up. What's the stylist? It's the interpretation of the artist of what he put together. But if you think about why, okay, only Leo's going to know. But here's a thought. Okay, he loved his mother. He paints his mother. He loved his lover. He paints his lover. He loved his other lover. He paints his other lover. He paints the model. Okay, Lisa. I can't even pronounce her last name proper. You gotta forgive me. Gioconda. Okay, and he paints her, and then he paints her as Salih, and you paint her as Melzi. I think I already said that. Anyway, I'm getting kind of a little lovey-dovey in a sense. But there's initials here that says EL, which is ML, but it also spells out Salih in my paintings. And so I've been trying to tell you, it's the same thing. It's the same thing which I've been trying to tell you, that Leonardo da Vinci's works, okay, are in my painting, and my painting is in Leonardo da Vinci's works. I have literally like 20,000 photos now regarding these images, from micro images to the main image, which is obviously, you know, the same. They're the same. So let me open this up and see if it says it on this one better for you. And it's in here somewhere. I thought I opened it, didn't I? Huh, must be in here somewhere. It might not let me. Might be full up. Must be full up, because I can't find it. It should have came right on up. Okay, well, let me just do this. Okay, right there. You see it? Right there. S-A-L-A-I. Salih. The big horse image in which we're talking about is right here. This guy. Okay? Right here. Boom. The person with a hymn is right there, and I call it the Statue of Liberty. That's the Statue of Liberty. That looks like a monkey right here, body. And there is the pointy clown's face with the hat. Here's the lover. Let me open it up a little better for you. Okay, they're making love. Now, when I told you there's more points, well, there's the points. Okay, you can see them, how they're like that. That's the way he is. And if you want, you can actually see the motion. You can see the line right here, and the line. So he's letting you know. And here's an eye, nose, mouth. Here's the mouth, here's an eye, and there's the little eye right there. He's looking over, and he's smiling. Smiling. Okay, so let me just tell you that Leonardo da Vinci is a very awesome individual. And there's so much in this thing that I found while I was doing this work. He's got Salih. Now, when you actually look at this guy right here, that he stares across, he actually stares across. You can see the lines. He goes this way again. He goes this way. He goes this way. He goes this way. He goes this way, until he catches her down in the corner. Okay, that is Leonardo da Vinci. His eyesight is looking, because Mona, she's everywhere, and he's looking at her, and he gazes on the lover itself that is actually in the painting. He makes movements. She actually gets up and she moves towards him, and he gets up and moves towards her, and by the time you're done, you see him and her together. And you'll wonder, how can they be together when there's a distance in the painting? It's because it's a movie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a movie that is in a painting that is magnificent, and boy, oh boy, I got the greatest painting on the planet. It is Leonardo da Vinci painting. I need a thumbs up. I need a subscribe. I need a notification bell. And with that, I need also for you guys to wear your mask, wash your hands, and keep social distances. And I'm telling you also one more thing before I go. If you take a look, you can see his innuendo. If you look over here, okay, that turns into a horse front face. This turns into a horse. This turns into a horse. All these things turn into a horse. And that had another sexual innuendo. And without that, you know, because it has to do, you know, a horse. And that is why he painted her, because he loved her so much. He copied his art until she got older and older and older. And if you take a look at my painting, you get into details, which there's $500,000 in labor alone in it. You will see from when he was a child until he grew up, and you'll see his actual faces change. Okay, and it's really, really cool. He's got all his buddies in there. He's got one that was Pepe. I call him nickname Pepe, and I think it was Lipipi or something was his real name. And Pepe or something, Lin Pepe, and I just shorted him for Pepe because Pepe, I do believe, really loved him like a child. He hugged him like a teddy bear, and he was there on his deathbed. He had like 300 people wrapped around him. He was not by himself. That is a lie. The painting proves it so. He had more friends and associates than you can ever dream of. He had his goodbye. He had his love said goodbye. This man was not alone.